Thank you for visiting the CoinSuries channel again. Who are you with? Your vote enter in the option community. Our focus will be on XRP. We will also talk about the new banking system. Here is a post from 2022 that I wrote to start things started. No major news outlets have reported on the dizzying rate at which CBDCs are popping up. New financial regulations are being imposed concurrently with their coverage of the present crisis. There is a country where CBDCs are going live right now. When it comes to coverage in the mainstream media, it is totally non-existent. Bitcoin exchange-traded funds (ETFs) are trending right now. On top of that, they are trying to convince you that you can make a killing off of the approaching calamities, even when fresh ones pop up daily. Using ISO tokens as their foundation, the new monetary system will replace that 50-year-old fast payment system. Central banks around the world are working on a new international payment system that uses blockchain technology. At this point, I think SWIFT will stick around for a while. Since RippleNet and XRP will always be ahead of SWIFT in the market, I anticipate that Ripples will gradually steal SWIFT's customers. If you believe that XRP, XLM and XDC will play a role in the next major financial phenomenon, but you also believe that the powers that be are trying to convince you to hold on to Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are older, more centralized technologies, then this piece is for you. The rich would prefer that you remain poor. The plot has progressed thus far along that route. With the exception of Bitcoin ETFs, Fox Business News refrains from covering any cryptocurrency whatsoever. They secretly hope that Bitcoin will become the de facto currency. On top of that, it's happening all over X. Even if Bitcoin were to surpass $100,000, it would be a huge surprise if it reached $1 million anytime soon. Still, I often hear people saying things like, I'm going to sell my XRP and put it into Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin's gonna go to $1 million. You can still express your opinion about the manipulation and suppression of the XRP price as long as you stay utilitarian. Take the present XRP pricing as an example. The situation is obviously not improving. However, XRP is not alone. This is typical of ISO coins, and I think it's designed to shock you. They likely do not want you to have these cryptocurrency holdings. Furthermore, it seems like they are aware of a big event that is about to happen. Plus, they definitely aren't rooting for your financial success. I need to double-check that I'm not misunderstood. Our civilization is currently experiencing a dark period due to our lack of preparedness in the face of a massive cyber attack that might cripple our vital infrastructure and lead to a widespread blackout. Once again, XRP is at the top of the heap as electricity is restored to the grid. A long time has passed, and that story has continued. Today, though, things are starting to unravel. Colombia, Canada, a cyber attack is now underway. Ukraine is being cyber attacked. Consequently, people quickly link it to XRP and start to speculate if this is the impending big event the moment it is noticed. The approaching power outage and that enigmatic black swan both baffle me. It seems like a blackout might not be necessary right now. All the banks should go bankrupt. This CBDC can move forward due to the seriousness of the situation. Given the recent excitement surrounding Bitcoin ETFs, I am contemplating liquidating some of my XRP in exchange for Bitcoin. What are other individuals doing to get ready for the upcoming ETF approval? Some are trying to get rid of XRP and replace it with Bitcoin, which I have already stated. In my opinion, it is a naive decision. What, exactly, is it about Bitcoin that piques your interest? Between 3 and 5 purchases. At its peak, XRP might easily return 100 times your investment. Think about the growth that has taken place even though prices have remained unchanged. What would happen if the EU greenlights XRP ETP before the US greenlights Bitcoin ETF? Even though Bitcoin is a diversion, large sums of money are being invested in XRP, which is set to launch any second now. Nobody seems to know what that XRP ETP is for. Anything to do with the price of XRP. A single day could see a significant spike in price. Despite increasing regulatory scrutiny and recent volatility in the cryptocurrency market, Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, has spoken out against the industry, stating that he would shut it down if he would. At this very moment, I see this as taking place. Now, we'll begin by discussing the blackouts. In addition, those are narratives. For a long time, they have been working with us. But let's put aside our fantasies and concentrate on the real world for the moment. I think Jamie Dimon's choice to join Elizabeth Warren was not made in a vacuum. Right now, that new global monetary system that will be operational on the Starlink satellite network by November 19th is important. Every single bank and credit union must adhere to Basel III and ISO 222 standards. Nevertheless, I will show you how things actually work. Basel III is about to begin, and everything from November has already happened. The Basel Committee on Banking Supervision compiled all of the applicable international banking regulations into Basel III in an effort to make the world's financial system more secure. Its primary goal is to ensure that the 2008 financial catastrophe does not happen again. Increased capital reserve requirements are imposed on financial organizations under Basel III. Making banks more resistant to economic downturns reduces the likelihood of taxpayer-funded bailouts. Furthermore, the regulation places more stringent liquidity requirements, which implies that financial institutions are required to have sufficient liquid assets to meet their immediate financial commitments. Financial institutions that are accustomed to handling the complex world of international banking will be rendered bankrupt if they do not adhere to Basel III. To put it mildly, the outcome was disastrous. Not complying with Basel III could lead to the future closure of a number of financial institutions. However, as ISO is a language of modern finance, we discussed it extensively on this channel. Additionally, there have been no benefits from ISO thus far. I think we'll see that value in 2024, but for now, let's concentrate on Basel III. According to Jamie Dimon, millions of individuals will be harmed as a result of capital requirements for banks. As a result, no one gains anything. His irritation is clearly audible. I will only play a short clip from this to give you a sense of his voice. It doesn't matter if there's no evidence that US banks are undercapitalized at the moment. Surprisingly, the proposed legislation for the third and final game of Basel has been brewing for 10 years. If approved, it would raise capital requirements by 25%. In respect to the big banks and other financial organizations. Incidentally, the demise of Silicon Valley Bank could have been prevented had any of these recommendations been implemented. Even with careful planning, the rule's disastrous consequences on American households, companies, and the economy would be difficult to predict. Differs from anything the Federal Reserve has discussed, researched, or conveyed. People with moderate to low earnings often find it particularly difficult and expensive to get a mortgage or a loan for a small business. As the cost of loan origination and securitization grows, asset managers will see reduced returns on their money market and pension funds. This means fewer savings for retirement or college. Listen carefully to how he describes the way it will hurt the American people and low-income borrowers. The fact that Basel III will affect Jamie Dimon is my number one worry. Also, the banks will stop being deceitful. Now we have wonderful news. This is now live and enabled. Nobody can stop it. I get it. The only way for them to continue operating as a bank is to comply, or else. If Elizabeth Warren had any say in the matter, Jamie Dimon would have gone along with her. Maybe there's a way she can put this off for a while. But now it's too late. When 18 of Elizabeth Warren's senators have joined her band of clowns, including her cloudiness, how many are standing up to her stupid plan? That is, in my view, very important, especially when it comes from crypto proponents. Whenever she mentions Bitcoin, she always makes the connection to illicit activity and money laundering. But how on earth does she amass such a fortune? Tipping point, Elizabeth Warren. Arn wants you chained and broken, even if she has millions from her job as a public worker. They are also supporting a CBDC, therefore that's why. If you earn $285,000 a year and your net worth increases to $67 million, you can be sure that the money is coming from the big banks, which is why she wants to ensure their security. Because of how rapidly the world is changing, This is becoming an issue as we transition into a new financial system. The new financial system is not without its accompanying regulations. This is why I have always said that you should invest in ISO, take advantage of this opportunity to build riches. In the new financial system, XRP-XLM, people will be able to buy into each other's loans and utilize apps like X to fund each other's mortgages with the next DC project. The central bank and the Rothschilds will no longer be able to govern us after this. It was long believed that one could start their own bank using XRP if they had purchased it earlier. And that is slowly but surely becoming a reality. In the year 2023, everything is happening so quickly. In addition, I strive to network outside of the Bitcoin business in order to attract new investors. I have no idea how the crypto even works, is their standard response. Instead of entering into Bitcoin, I'm thinking about putting my money into stocks and bonds. There is no way to become rich trading in the stock market unless you already possess a substantial amount of money. To be honest, the current banking system is likewise failing to create wealthy individuals. Thanks to XRP, this chance has come your way. An opportunity like this, with these other ISO coins, doesn't come up very often. Take advantage of it and become rich or die trying. In addition, the impending UBI will be impossible to avoid. Simply put, many jobs will be lost to AI, forcing people to adapt to a new way of living. The answer, universal basic income, will accompany the new monetary system. Around this time every year, a lot of individuals make predictions about how CBDCs will control the world. The longevity of that is something else I don't know. Consider this for a reason. That plot is being advanced by villains. The European Central Bank's Christine Lagarde and Klaus Schwab are also on board with this. Conversely, when we see a change in American politics, by which I mean the present administration, things tend to alter. With any luck, the next government will swiftly approve privacy regulations before we reach a CBDC. What I mean is that getting a CBDC is something the US will definitely do. The rest of the world can use digital money if you so desire. Unfortunately, the United States is still using its antiquated fiat system. On the other hand, I anticipate that they will eventually accept XRP and Ripple. Without a doubt, American businesses will attempt to form a coalition with the United States. As a result of the impending change in government, Gary Gensler will soon be leaving. Because this younger generation wants innovation to grow and prosper, Elizabeth Warren will probably also be removed from office. The success and growth of the cryptocurrency industry in the US is something they are also hoping for. Yet, you should maintain a positive outlook and exercise patience until things align perfectly. Join me in building money. Thus, I will conclude this video by expressing my deepest gratitude for your presence. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye for now.